Hello there everyone, Pazbees here. In today's video we're going to be doing a guide on something a little bit different than a Roblox game. Still related but a bit different. So over the past few weeks I've started, as you know, locking in on YouTube and stuff like that. And one of the things I've been doing is improve my thumbnails, and I've had a few other content creators reach out asking pretty much how do you do your thumbnails, how do you make more appealing thumbnails, all of that type of stuff. So in today's video I'm actually going to be going over how I do my thumbnails. So to start out, let me load up Roblox again, because I had my other screen on. I suggest learning how to get a good screen grab. So the first thing you want to do is, for whatever game you're playing, you want to get a nice pose, a nice position, a nice background. So for me, I'm going to stand right here on this nice little rock, position myself, and then you want to take a no HUD screenshot. To do this, you press Alt and 1. Sorry. You want to unequip the item if you want to showcase it. For example, I want to have the sword in my hand, but if I press Alt and 1, it will get rid of the sword. So you want to unequip the sword, Alt and 1, and that little black flash you saw then is a screen grab. As you can see, it cuts out all the HUD, which is very, very nice. You want to save that and open it in files in a second. Then I suggest you use Picsart. It's what I've been using for a while now to make thumbnails. It's free, it's easy to use. Let me just pull it back up. There we go. And sorry, I got a little stuff stuck in my throat. And it's just very new, user friendly. So let's go grab that screenshot real quick. So if you go to your pictures, it should be in a folder called Roblox. It has its own nice little folder. And let me just scroll down and have a look for it. Here it is. So just drag and drop that in. There we go. Now there's different ways you can do the thumbnail. So let's zoom out a minute. You can do it where your character's in the middle, like this, and you can have the writing above his head with some images left and right. What I like doing as well is also doing it in the corner like this, so you can have all the writing on the left. And occasionally I'll do a half and half where he'll be in the middle, one half will be noob, one half will be pro. It's like a really nice, just a really nice kind of a template to do. But for this one I'll be doing to the side like this. Now there's a lot of things you can do inside Picsart, and one of them is crop stuff. So just to make Gilgamesh a bit more standing out, what we can do is we can duplicate the image, as you can see, and if we hide this back one a second, hide it, and bring Gilgamesh back in frame, go to the settings up here and click erase. And this isn't needed, this is better for text and stuff, but just to show you a few cool features, what we can do is if we just get rid of the entirety of Gilgamesh a sec, and you can see it has like a smart select feature where you can just click and it does it. Sometimes you will have to go in and manually brush a few things, but that's fine. And it did not want that to do. I mean, I guess we could do the aura as well, right? But no, we want to try and stick to just his armor real quick. But if it gets the aura again, we'll just let it. And it got a lot of the aura. But what you want to do then is see this little button here that flips the selection. As you can see now, we've just got Gilgamesh. I'm not going to use that since it is a bit scuffed. I could go over and erase the aura, but I want to show you what you can do after that. So we just apply that. Every now and then you will get this Pixar line over, which is annoying. I don't know actually how you remove it. I think it's new because sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, you can also go over it and then recrop everything. But that will be for mainly text, I'd say. But next, I suggest that you message the developers or anyone that works on the game or has anything to do with the game and ask them for the game's title. Since I am a official CC for Anime Limitless, I have a picture folder full of all the logos. So I have yellow and red, blue and blue, purple, yellow and blue, and yellow and purple. Since Gilgamesh is yellow and red, we're going to colour match a bit, and we'll go for the yellow and red title. So just drag and drop that in. As you see, it's already cropped, already nice and high quality. So just going to put this on the left, and then kind of just position Gilgamesh. So you want it to be like looking nice. As you can see, we've got his eye level there, just under the animate limitless. Could make him bigger, but for now we're just gonna do that, and it's a nice little horizon. I'll rotate that a little bit, just so it all comes together nicely. Now this video will be how to obtain Gilgamesh. So I want to actually go back on Roblox a second, which seems to have vanished. There we go. And I want to grab some of the items for Gilgamesh. So as you can see, we've got his sword. And what I suggest you do in here is hold the Windows key, Shift and S. And that'll kind of freeze your screen. And it'll let you drag a little box over what you want. And that'll save it as an image. So I don't know if you saw that, since it did freeze the screen. But I dragged it over the little Gilgamesh. And it should have saved it. So let's go back to Picsart. Click off there. And now we just press Control and V to paste it. And as you can see, it pastes the little snippet we got. So we want to grab all the snippets first. So we'll grab Gilgamesh. We could grab the other ones, which would be like the core and all that stuff. But for this one, we're actually just going to grab Gilgamesh, I'd say. And then we could grab his moves, or we could just do this. So there's a few things we can do here, right? So obviously this in itself could just be a thumbnail. There's always ways to improve it. You could add text. If you go over to the left of the screen, I know you can't see it right now, but there's a little text button. As you can see some of the text there. You can add stuff in. For this one, I think I'm going to keep it quite simple and just do this. But then what I suggest you doing, just to make it stand out a little bit more, is click on these, and you want to hold Control Shift to multi-select. Go to Edit, and then on the left of your screen, let me move it over. As you can see here, we've got Stroke and Shadow. If we click Stroke, it gives it a nice black outline. You can change the thickness of it. I want it quite thin. This is really good if you are cropping words. I'm actually going to turn that off since it doesn't look the best on the logo there, but shadow is amazing. If you turn shadow on and then pretty much just turn the blur up, it just adds this nice effect to the whole thumbnail. Then something you don't have to do, but I like doing, is if you go to stickers, you can type in border. If you type in border, you can grab any of these just to make your video pop out. I prefer this kind of this opaque border. You just drag it into the top left, drag it down till it hits that little pink line, and then drag it across. And as you can see, it just kind of makes your video have that extra little flair. Now from here, you can be done. As I said, I'm probably going to use this as my thumbnail. But if you feel like it's a bit low quality and the colours aren't sticking out as much, there's a few things you can do. You can always just put it into editing software where you can like increase the contrast. I don't know if you can actually do that in here. Let me just have a quick look. I know I could upload the video itself, or I could go down to, is this the Gilgamesh one? Yeah, and if I go to adjust, if it loads, there should be some contrast options there. Yeah, contrast, you know, we can make the colours brighter, dimmer. But if you didn't know what to do with these settings and you just weren't too well known of what all these do, you can always go over to AI if you're into that and ask it to upscale your image. It could increase the aura. You can do a lot with it. Obviously some people don't like to do that, and personally I only really do it if for some reason my thumbnails quality really dropped. But as you can see, you can change quite a lot, and it does impact the thumbnail quite a bit. As you can see already, this looks quite different than the initial one we have. Then we're just going to click export, download, and download again. And that is pretty much how you get a thumbnail. As you can see there, it's looking pretty nice. Again, I could have added text, more stuff like that. But yeah, that's just a quick little guide on how I personally make Roblox thumbnails. If you have any more questions, feel free to put them down in the comment section below. I know this video is kind of different because I'm usually just making the videos, making the guides to the games, but I just thought, you know, if I can help any other CCs out there, I would love to. And I guess this skill could apply to any other people just wanting to get into Picsart and edit. But yeah, I hope this helped in any way. If it did, feel free to like and subscribe. Again, it really helps me out as a content creator. And if you have any more questions, feel free to put them down in the comment section below. But thank you for checking out the video, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care.